What's up, homies? How we doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far, fantastic week. Hope you're staying safe and healthy during these interesting times. I know you're tired of the intro by now, so let's get right into the video. I want to talk to you today about 11 of the top exercises you need to be doing as a footballer. As you'll see within the video, I'm going to coach you through every single exercise. There are going to be lower body push and lower body pull exercises. Lower body push exercises train the front part, the anterior chain of your legs, the front part of your legs, and they are knee dominant. And there are going to be lower body pull exercises, which train the posterior chain, the back part of your legs, so your hamstrings, your glutes, and your calves. I highly recommend before trying out getting into any of these exercises to do a proper activation. That means mobilizing the joints and the tissue of the lower body. That includes the ankles, the knees, as well as the hips. And then after you mobilize those joints and mobilize the tissue, I want you to get into some activation, specifically some glute activation. If you want me to get more in depth on that, I can talk about that in another video, but I want to provide you these 11 exercises, coach you through them, and show you how to do them. As I always say, reps and sets are determined based on where you are in the season, your individual goals, and your exercise history. So like I always say, I try not to give you a specific number because it all differentiates from individual to individual. Most importantly is that you're doing every single exercise with maximum intent. That means maximum focus and intensity every single rep. And even more important, doing proper technique and proper quality with every exercise. As I say to all my clients and anyone I work with, anyone I speak with, if you're doing an exercise and you feel any kind of unusual pain, especially joint pain, immediately stop the exercise, speak with a personal trainer or strength and conditioning coach, either in your area or contact someone online, send them your form, and then immediately have them correct you. Never, ever push through that type of pain. Yes, I want you to push through fatigue, but don't push through sharp pain, because the last thing we want you to do when you're trying to optimize your performance is get injured. You never, ever want to get injured in the gym when you're trying to optimize your performance. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first exercise we're going to do is an explosive trap bar deadlift. The trap bar deadlift is an excellent exercise for athletes because it appears to be much safer for the lower back and also more sport specific. So as you see here, you're going to get into a trap bar. You're going to drop your ass back, get into a hip hinge, get a nice knee bend. And what you're going to think about as you drive up is driving as hard as you can through your feet and trying to jump through the ceiling. Slowly lower down. As soon as you touch the floor, you're going to immediately explode up through your feet. As you see, I want your feet to be flat and remain on the floor the entire time, but you can slightly elevate onto your toes, demonstrating that explosivity. As I said in the intro, make sure that you bring maximum intent, maximum intensity to every single rep in order to increase your strength, power, and explosiveness. For the explosive dumbbell Bulgarian split squat, we're going to grab 2 dumbbells. We're going to put the back foot on a steady surface, whether it's a bench or a barrel. Keep that foot flat. Keep those laces against the surface. And all you're doing is going slowly down about 2 to 5 seconds. And then without stopping on the bottom, you're immediately exploding up, driving through the foot as hard and explosively as you can. It's absolutely okay. And lately I've been stressing to most athletes to let that knee drift over the toe. Let the knee drift over the toe. It's going to really help with your ankle dorsiflexion as well as getting into proper positions. And as soon as you hit about parallel, you're going to drive up and out, being as explosively and athletic as possible through the movement. So for the dumbbell Romanian deadlift, you're going to pick up 2 dumbbells. All you're going to do is stand straight on with proper posture, and you're just focusing on driving your ass back. So as you see here, really focusing on driving that ass back. Slight bend in the knee. You should feel an excellent stretch in the hamstrings. Drop the dumbbells only towards right below your knee, maybe the middle of your shin, depending on your mobility. And as you see, you're going to feel a nice stretch. As soon as you get to that mid shin, you're really trying to drive your shins back and use your hamstrings and your glutes to pull yourself up. As you see here, that back is neutral straight the entire time. That neck is trying to be aligned with that spine the entire time. And as you see here, moving fluidly and efficiently through the movement. For this barbell RDL, you're going to load up a barbell. You're going to keep your feet about shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward, grab the bar at about shoulder width. And then all you're doing is driving that ass back, trying to keep your back and your neck in as neutral of a position as possible. Keep those knees very slightly bent. You want to keep it almost straight. You're really trying to drive that ass back and pull through the hamstrings. You should feel a nice pull through your hamstrings as well as your lower back. As you see here, you want to drop that bar almost to right below your knees, basically where my socks are ending or starting there, however you want to think about it. And you're just driving that ass back, pulling up as much as possible using the hamstrings and the lower back. For the 5th exercise, we're going to be working on some stability ball hamstring curls, which are excellent for the hamstrings and the glutes, obviously working on the posterior chain. As you see here, you're going to dig your feet into a stability ball, and as you drive your hips high, you're going to pull the ball into your butt using your heels. As you see here, I want your hands to be driven into the ground, activating your scapula. So I want you to envision pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades to keep a nice stable base with the scapula. As you see, you're going to remain in constant tension, let the ball come forward, and then repeat. Like I said, drive those hips to the ceiling, pull those heels and that ball to your butt. So for this exercise, you're going to get yourself into a trap bar. As you see, you're going to drive your butt back just like the trap bar deadlift. And all you're going to do is jump. So the same exact motion, same exact thought as we were doing with the explosive trap bar deadlift, but now we're jumping. As you jump, you want to have a nice soft landing. To decelerate the landing, obviously a nice slight bend in those knees. Take a little pause, reset, and then repeat. With explosive exercises, the most important thing is to be as fresh as possible for every single rep and to give your 110% to every rep, because that's the ultimate way to become faster, more explosive, and have a quicker first step when you get yourself onto the pitch. One last thing, if you do not have a trap bar, you could do the same exact movement with dumbbells. Reenact the same exact movement, explode as high as you can, just have dumbbells by your side. So for this exercise, you're just going to lay down a plate. You're going to put the front foot on the plate. The back foot is down behind you with that toe extended in a nice lunge position. As you see here, you're going down, slightly touching the floor and trying to explode up as quickly as you can through the ball of that front foot. So as you see here, using some pretty heavy weight, trying to slightly lean over that front leg. It's okay if that knee goes slightly over the toes. You're just trying to be as explosive as possible and control that way down. As I said, a slight knee touch on the ground is absolutely fine. Just be explosive. All we're doing here is grabbing ourselves a weight and getting into a single leg RDL isometric. So we're going to be holding in this position for the program for the prescribed amount of time, and then we're switching. Main focus here is a slight bend in the knee. The other leg is going to be shooting back to the wall, and you're trying to be as tall as possible. You should feel an excellent activation in the glute and the hamstring of the bent leg. And as always, you want to remain with a nice strong core, remain as long as possible in the torso from head to foot, and do not let the back, do not let the hips kip or sway at all. You want to stay in this position the entire time. It's an excellent way to activate the glutes, the hamstrings before any type of session, especially a speed type session. This is a single leg squat to chair. I was doing this during quarantine and unfortunately didn't have any access to dumbbells or any weights, so I was using a ball. As you see, as you squat down to that chair, slight touch of the chair and then explode up as quickly as you can with that single leg. This is an excellent exercise to work on the entire leg as well as your balance. Obviously, if you're a beginner, you can use a ball or you can use your body weight. If you're more advanced, pick yourself up a dumbbell or a plate. Most importantly, proper technique, explode up as quick as you possibly can. So the dumbbell reverse lunge is an excellent exercise to work on your deceleration ability, which is very, very crucial for football, as well as your acceleration ability. So as you see here, you're standing with both feet in line. You're going to lunge back with one leg, have a nice slight touch with the knee if you need to. And then what I want you to think about is using that front leg to propel and drive yourself forward as quickly as you possibly can to restart the movement. So as you see, the lunge back is a nice deceleration movement, and the acceleration movement starts with the drive forward from your front leg, which is going to be essential for your movement on the pitch. As always, I want you to try to be as explosive and powerful as possible and put maximum intent, concentration, focus, and intensity into every single rep. So for the final exercise, we're going to go with a barbell box squat. As you see, barbell is on the back, basically on my upper back, my traps. And then all I'm going to do is drop back, drop my butt back, have a slight touch of that box, and then immediately explode up, squeezing my glutes at the top. So what I want you to think about at that top position is you're trying to split the floor with your feet. This is going to be an excellent way for you to activate your glutes. Your foot position should be about shoulder width. Depending on your mobility, you could have your feet slightly turned out and you'll be absolutely fine. I wouldn't think too much about the foot position, feet turned out. You want to try to have them in neutral position, toes pointed forward. But if your mobility lacks, you could have them slightly turned out. Most importantly, slight touch of that box, as explosive as you possibly can on the way up. Squeeze those glutes by splitting the floor and enjoy it. Homies, thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. Most importantly, I hope it helped you out. I hope it's going to provide you an excellent way to train your legs. Very, very important for any footballer. As always, I would really appreciate if you just hit that like button, drop a comment, let me know what you thought of the video, what else you want to see from me on YouTube, and even more importantly, share it with people. Share it with friends, with family who want to get in shape, whether they're a footballer, any other athlete, an entrepreneur, CEO, whatever they are. This video can provide value to anyone on the earth, any individual, any human who's looking to optimize their life and their performance. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Oh wait, make sure you click that subscribe button. Have a great rest of the day. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me on email. Like I've told you guys and girls before, I'm sorry I can't get to my Instagram DMs. They're really, really flooded. Hard for me to answer all of them. Hit me an email and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible on email. Have a good rest of the day. Most importantly, stay safe and stay healthy. And even more importantly, eat well, move often, do shit you love, spend time with people you love, get a fresh cut like your boy Ricky, and make sure you're drinking your coffee. Out.